Hi, my name is James Clark. I'm tax partner at WR Partners and I oversee the tax advisory team. The tax consultancy team provide tax advice and tax planning opportunities to our clients. We will cover a broad range of taxes, for example, income tax, capital gains tax, inheritance tax, VAT, stamp duty, land tax and corporation tax. So we will meet with an individual client to understand their personal circumstances and background and the aim of what the advice they want. We will then tailor our advice to suit their specific circumstances. So one of the services that we provide to individuals is advice on stamp duty land tax. We had one client who was purchasing a property in London and they were told by their solicitor a certain amount of stamp duty to pay. When we reviewed the purchase, it became apparent that there was a lower ground floor flat and therefore the purchase was actually of 2 residential dwellings, which therefore meant that we could claim multiple dwellings relief. Being a property in London, the tax saving in this particular case was over £86,000. We had one client who wanted to gift shares in a property investment company to their children, and being a non-trading company, this would have incurred capital gains tax. However, having discussed with the client, their circumstances were such that we could engineer the gift so that the capital gains tax holdover relief rules applied, and therefore the gift was able to be made without any capital gains tax at all. What sets our tax consultancy team apart is the size of the team and also the breadth and depth of the knowledge and experience of the members. We have a great mix of tax consultants but also specialist tax consultants. For example, we have a VAT consultant who has spent most of their career in HMRC, and now they are able to deploy all those inside knowledge to our clients so that they can help identify any issues before they arise. We also have a specialist inheritance tax and a trust advisor who has spent a whole career advising on inheritance tax planning for clients and also management of trusts. We have a specialist R&D consultant who has spent a whole career advising companies on the tax reliefs available for the expenditure they have incurred on research and development activities. So the first steps of advising a client, we would have an initial discussion to understand their circumstances. This can be an initial telephone call, it could be a face-to-face meeting, or it could be an online meeting. From there we will understand the needs of the client and the specific advice which they are after, and we will then delve into the detail to understand not just their circumstances but potentially the wider circumstances of their family. So we will continually update the client on any changes in the tax world. It could be off the back of a budget delivered by the Chancellor or from decisions coming out of the tax tribunals. Where relevant, we will update the client on any impact this may have on their personal circumstances. We also put on specialist seminars from time to time, for example, charity seminars and capital gains tax seminars. The majority of our business clients are owner managed, therefore we need to take an holistic approach. We could be having a conversation about the business taxes, but also in the same conversation we will now need to consider the personal tax implications of the owners. So we could be talking about corporation tax, but then we also need to consider things like capital gains tax and inheritance tax. We can support businesses with a range of tax topics, including research and development tax reliefs, capital allowance reviews, employee share incentives, and corporation tax planning with remuneration extraction. If you would like to have a discussion about your tax position, please contact one of the tax team for a free introductory meeting.